Today's video is the Moto Guzzi, the 2021 version at least, with the 850cc motor, a good beginner motorcycle. And in short, the answer to that is a big overwhelming yes. This is a great beginner bike, actually, in my opinion, of course. I consider myself a beginner. I've got 2 or 3 seasons of practice, you know, of experience, so, and not a lot of miles, mostly back roads. But this bike is, I'm not gonna say it's extremely lightweight. I think it weighs about 480 pounds, but it as far as when you're moving, handling wise, this bike is extremely agile and easy to tilt and maneuver. Very easy. I think it's pretty light. Like, I don't feel the 480 pounds of weight. Like, it's pretty easy to pick up and move. I'm kind of in an awkward position, but yeah. Yeah, check out that headlight again. Low beam. See, is that low? Yeah, low beam. Looks like the eagle goes off, and I can't tell if that lights up the top. Then you put it on high beam. It looks like it keeps all them lights on, gets brighter on the bottom, and adds another light in there, but takes the eagle off. So either way, pretty cool. I like it. Everybody knows that. A very light bike. It's easy to throw a leg over, even for the most short people. I mean, I'm 6'1", and it's real. I flat foot, and my legs got a bend in them, so it should be good for even short people. I mean, I don't know what the exact specs are, but I'm guessing maybe 30-inch seat height or something, between 30 and 31 probably. This is a great beginner bike, though. As far as close this up here. As far as the power and stuff, this thing is extremely manageable. The throttle, if you're responsible with the throttle, it has a grunty, torquey feel. It makes it feel like it has a lot of power, but it's not overly fast. It really isn't. But it feels like it's going to be fast. So that might initially intimidate a beginner rider, but it is not in any way a overwhelmingly fast bike to me. If you know, ride in the probably 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs and below, this is a very, even above that, it's still pretty manageable. But typically beginners should go pretty slow, kind of, you know, ease their way into just getting a feel of everything. The throttle, very direct. Yeah, easy. The shifting, the gear shifter, very positive. You know when you're in gear. You can hear it. Say second, first. And you know, I got the clutch in, I'm rolling to a stop. Pretty easy. The hardest part about this bike, as far as the gear shifting thing for a beginner, is going to be getting in neutral. This bike, for me, actually is a little tough to get in neutral, but some bikes are just like that. I mean, it does have some pep, but as a beginner, you're going to be working on managing throttle input. So if you manage the throttle input, this is a great beginner bike. The only reason I would say, one reason I would say it is this, that doesn't have anything to do with the way the bike rides. But if you're really seriously having trouble and very prone to dropping the bike, like really have trouble holding the bike up, any bike, you may not want to use this as a beginner bike. But that's debatable. And the reason I say that, because this is a very nice bike, and for me, I've not personally, me maneuvering a bike, I've never dropped one since I've since I've been riding. All of them feel, some of them feel the same as far as the weight of them and stuff, and I don't feel like this bike is heavy at all. Yeah, it's not, maybe to a small person or something, or a weaker person or whatever, might feel like it has some weight to it. I don't feel like it's top heavy. So as far as the way it rides and stuff, great beginner bike. And it's a bike too, even though it is a good beginner bike, this is a bike that you will want to hang on to, possibly, especially if you dig the styling and the feel of the motor on this thing. It's got some pep, but it's not overwhelming pep. It's fun, usable power. The seat holds you in place great. I don't feel like I'm slipping off the bike, off the back of the bike, off the back of the seat. This has a really good seat on it. So, you know, I don't get intimidated by feeling like I'm having to hang on or nothing. Nah, not at all. Super agile, it takes no input to turn it. I mean, it's very easy to ride. Yeah, but like I said, a deterring factor would be if you're prone to dropping the bike a lot, you really struggle with that, then you're probably gonna want to go with maybe, you know, like a 250 or something smaller, lighter, or a bike that you really do plan on getting rid of, and you're not really too worried about dropping it. You shouldn't want to drop any bike, period. But I feel like this is just a really nice bike. Like, it's a beautifully styled bike. Looks fantastic. So it's kind of something you want to take care of a little more, though. But yeah, I mean, that's what the great beginner bike. Absolutely great choice. And not only is it a great beginner bike, it's a great forever bike, this style of bike, in my opinion. I chose this as like my third bike, so yeah, this is a bike that will absolutely satisfy a beginner, and hopefully keep them satisfied for a long time with it, maybe forever. Turn the low beam on. Here we go. See how it does. Just get a little bit of riding in before it gets too dark. Yeah, this will be a forever bike for me, and I know I'm saying that over and over again, but I'll probably say that over and over for a long time, because I plan on keeping this bike. I think it's that nice. This bike is that nice. It satisfies me that good that it's a bike I want to keep. A little bit of gravel. Yeah, buddy, thanks for... Good grief, man. Thanks for trashing the road. Come on. High beams. I think the headlights are really good on this bike. I enjoy them. I like them. They light up pretty good side to side. And they seem to, which it's still not super dark out yet, so you're not see it super good. But you gotta be careful and watch for animals every time I go around these curves, so I kind of gotta take my time a little bit. Lovely, lovely bike. So yeah, good beginner bike, good. I was gonna say, I was like, I think I'm in third gear, but I wasn't sure. That's what I said, that gear shifter is so delayed on here. Sometimes it does really good. Sometimes it's just, yeah, it's just a little delayed. This bike's got quirks to it. Don't rely on the gear shifter. Use the throttle, make sure, you know, and the clutch. Test what your gear you're in, you know. Going for a beginner, man, there's deer out everywhere. I've come across so many deer today. Which I live in Kentucky, so that's pretty normal for this area, but they are out like big time right now. Good beginner bike, good forever bike, good bike, period. It's got quirks, just like every other bike out there. I've never rode a bike that I thought was perfect, ever. I've rode bikes that are the closest thing I found to perfect, and this actually qualifies as one of them right now. Just one of the most solid feeling, good riding, great handling, a great amount of torque and power. Like, it just has just the right amount of everything and not in overwhelming numbers, but it just puts it together really good. This bike, just kind of adding to my review of it, but and ever since I rode the last generation V7, that bike I got, and I was a beginner back then, I got on that bike and I thought it was the easiest thing in the world. It just felt so smooth and left a lasting impression. Ain't no bikes out there that feel like this. Harley has a feel kinda like this, but this is Harley has style and character too, but this feels like a better bike than a Harley Davidson. It does, but it still has that character and style, but it doesn't take away from the bike. It actually makes the bike more enjoyable. And once you put a set of pipes on this bike, bam, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna sound as good as a Harley. Even with this little 850, I mean, which, you know, it's not super small motor, but it's not a giant motor. I don't really care. I don't get caught up in the CCs and all that stuff. It's just me. My wallet hanging out my butt. Excuse me, my back pocket. Something going on back there. So it's getting a little bit of twist in the back end. Yeah. So highly recommend this bike. Get it. That's all I got. Biker believer, like, subscribe. If you've rode the V7, the new one, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about it? If you've ever rode any Moto Guzzi, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what the model was and what you thought about it. And if you've rode like any other bike that even compared, seriously, like, Harley Davidson. If you've rode one of those and you've rode a Moto Guzzi, what do you think about the differences between these two bikes, or these two manufacturers of bike? Anyways, that's all I got for you. Biker believer, like, sub. Till next time, peace.